What's going on, everybody? Excuse Von Miller and his ridiculous gyrations, but we're going to be talking about Final Edition Demaryius Thomas today. He's just been released by EA Sports MUT. The card seems to be okay. He's a very, very good run blocker. He gets off the, off the press. I believe it's like a 99. We're going to take a look at those things a little bit later. Obviously, right here, I'm going to show you the solo that's available right now in MUT. It's pretty cheap. According, I looked at some of the cards that are needed for him. He's a 96 overall. He's not really a high-class card, though. So, he has good spec catch, things like that, but I don't know if he's that kind of guy that people want to have on the team because he's not as fast as, let's say, Torrey Holt, and other guys that are available that are, pretty much 95 speed. I think he's a 94 speed, 94 excel, but we'll verify that towards the end of the video. Either way, the news that have been broken about Peyton Manning in his past and, him allegedly falling off of a table with a bad mooning accident and allegedly his genitalia flew into, one of the physical trainer's face or whatever like that. Listen, I'm going to talk about that really quickly. I just don't know anymore about, things that happened way back. If he killed somebody, like there's no statute of limitations on murder. Contrary to what other people believe, probably depending on your state, it's different. But usually, if you can prove that somebody murdered somebody, more than likely you can't get away from that. But this situation, based on what I've read about it, was settled. She got like 300 grand or something like that. Confidentiality. Oh, give me that. Pick that up. Run it for 6. Confidentiality agreements. All kinds of stuff was done. And it can just resurface now, like they're forcing this man to retire. Now, in my opinion, he should retire and just go away. He did everything he needed to do. I don't think he has that much more left in him. Pretty much the Denver Broncos defense carried him throughout the way. Congratulations to all the Denver Broncos fans out there like that, but you guys got to admit that it was the defense that carried both him and Osweiler. Neither one of them were anything spectacular. They just did just enough to win, just enough. They managed the game just enough to be able to win the game. Speaking about Peyton Manning overall, that's why it's so funny that this Final Edition Demaryius Thomas came out, because it was on my mind to just talk about it. Like, obviously I'm going to dwell into it differently, more involved in a later video that's just specifically about it. But I just wanted to just say that, people need to learn that, based on what I've seen and, visually from him, when you're a young college student, you do things. When we were all in college, you do things that, like, does that look like the face of a man that'll do it? The one that just got up over there, Peyton Manning? Does it look like the face of a man that just dropped his ball sack on somebody's face? Listen, I'm going to tell you this right now. People have a problem with, when somebody has an unblemished, regardless, an unblemished record, in the spotlight, people have a problem with it. And this is where the disconnect comes in, because you'll have people that say, yeah, a person of color can never go out without something being, something happening to him. It's because he's black, et cetera, et cetera. This goes to show, does it happen more often than not to people of color? Like they did my boy Bill Cosby extremely wrong. You know what I'm saying? Did he possibly, just straight drug a couple chicks? Probably more than a couple, but listen, that's neither here nor there. They just took away my whole childhood, dog. You know what I'm saying? I can't even see him dancing around in that crazy ass sweater no more on the Cosby Show in my mind like I used to. I look at him completely different now, but this just goes to show that when someone wants you, they want you. Now, the whole HGH thing, and they didn't want to look into it, and then baseball wants to look into it and all kind of stuff. It just looks like Peyton Manning was always able to escape anything that was able to get anywhere near close to him. And I appreciate that. You understand, like, you can portray yourself any way you want to, but behind closed doors, it's about your family and the people that are close to you, how you treat them, that matters. That's what a man is. A man is measured by what he does for his family and the people around him. And I think based on what we've seen, he's done that. And he was a young college kid. Was he taking advantage of the fact that his father was Archie Manning and he was who he was? Absolutely, but who doesn't? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand why people are so shocked that he would try to make it, do a prank or something like that and make an attempt at that. I don't see why people are so shocked that happened. Was it inappropriate? Absolutely. You understand what I'm saying? Absolutely. But I'm not saying that what he did was right. That's not, it's just the fact that we all do things when we're younger that's probably not the best things. It's a part of growing up. Does it involve putting your genitalia in people's face? Probably not. But that's something that he thought was funny. Let me tell you something, bro. I don't know. Should I go into it, though? I don't know if I should go into it, because I'm just gonna give you a little heads up, especially for my younger viewers. When you go to college, you notice that Caucasian people, aka white people, joke a lot differently than people of color. You know, like I have a lot of Caucasian friends that did some really, really crazy things, you know, in college, like bro, like some wild pranks that I'm like, yo, I might have to off this dude. Like, bro, dudes is quick to pull their genitalia out and try to rub it on dudes' face when they're drunk. There's a lot of stuff that people don't understand, that it's not as funny in different communities. In the black community, that's not funny. When you start playing around with genitalia, fecal matter, stuff like that, things that Caucasian people find funny, like pranks, is not hilarious to people of color. So I have things that has happened, that I've been involved in, that you know, people had to understand. Like, look, I don't play those kind of games, and they really didn't understand that. You know, why I didn't think it was funny. So I understand it. I'm not gonna go into it. You know, possibly later I will, but I can understand what Peyton Manning was doing, and you know, those things is something that him and his friends probably thought was funny, but it wasn't. Now, another person would have probably been prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. He wasn't. That's based on what he, you know, who his family and his support system is. People can't be mad at him because of his support system. You know what I'm saying? Because if I have that type of support system, I'm grateful for it. And yeah, did he get away with it? He did. But it was 20 years ago. They settled. She got money. Isn't that the end of it? Why are they trying to destroy this man when he's headed on his way out right after a Super Bowl? That bothers me, regardless of race, ethnicity, if you're from Mars, I don't care. It's just like, bro, leave him alone, dog. All I want him to do is just retire. I don't want this man's reputation to be tarnished and stuff like that, and then affect his well-being and the money that he has to make. I don't have time to be a hater. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of dudes that hate. They come to my channel, they're haters. You know, they come to my Twitch stream. I don't know how they do it, because I can't do it. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, the dude has done so much for the NFL. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna go into it in another video, guys. But this is the card right here. Just leave Peyton Manning the hell alone. Demaryius Thomas, 94 speed. That's what I thought. Okay, 99 spec catch, 95 catch in traffic. None of that matters. He'll drop the ball way after he caught it, just like everybody else does anyway. Awareness doesn't matter as a receiver. They do the same shit. 96 catch. All right, great. But his run block at 78 is huge for me. I think his impact block is also pretty high. So it could probably work for me with the new scheme that I've been running. 76 impact block at a receiver is very, very good. So I may look into getting this card just because of those attributes. But if you guys are interested in getting him, please let me know what you think. But I know that it will work for me and my scheme. So this has been a video showing you guys pretty much what it is about Demaryius Thomas. If you guys want to complete the set, feel free to do it. All the information was just shown to you. Get it done and get the cards. One love.